this book of poems called Istanbul, as it could be Delhi, is an attempt of imagining or creating a city, ideal city where to live, because these poems, this city is like a refuge, no? Imaginary refuge, no? That's why also the way of the poetic, no? The care that I give to the sound and the images, trying to create. I like your image like a wall, no? Like a wall of stones. This is my poetic here. It comes from the feeling of being uprooted, yes, but not only uprooted as a citizen. Uprooted is a feeling very typical as of a poet, to be uprooted in life, no? You know, like this is very. It sounds maybe a bit strong, but I mean, within the limits. No?
Well, what do you have to say regarding that? I mean, she feels.
I agree when she says the predicament of a poet feeling constantly uprooted. In my experience, also the place as such, the physical reality of the place has never really mattered. I feel like an alien in most countries and most places, but at the same time, equally a part of it, as if I've always lived there. So that flows into my poetry, not with a direct name or a reference or a time, but just with a feeling. Perhaps I would have seen some characters or met some interesting people, or just seen a different way of life that I've experienced. And then it just flows into a very abstract way into my poetry. Even I don't understand it, but it just flows in very abstractly. I could go to a trip in the mountains and then come back, and I might write 10 poems after that, but the only thing I might have picked up from there would be 2 lines about a firefly and the fact that it lives for 2 minutes or 3 minutes. That's it. But how exactly it permeates, I don't have an answer to that. I don't think I'm looking for it.
Pues muy bien, así que todo sale misterioso al final. No sabemos. Yo espero a vuestras preguntas, si tenéis.
There are something very interesting between both of you, because in one hand you tell us that, share with us that you are writing in such let's say classical way. When I ask you if you use a laptop or handwriting, you say no, it's not only that, but I use even, let's say, liquid ink, and there is some kind of, let's say, ritual, no? Some kind of creation, some kind of artistic expression that goes beyond the fact of thinking and expressing just through words what you are living, what you are thinking, what you are feeling. And this is more or less, let's say, something that takes us beyond the times. But curiously, even Marta, with the use of so rich words, so rich image, certainly metaphorically expressed. But I was surprised to notice, not in all poems, of course, but some of them, the reference to ancient mythology, to the Greek mythology. That reference to Medusa, talking about Perseo. It's amazing. Right now, here in this time, 21st century, you writing that way, and Marta thinking and talking to us about the eyes of Medusa. You know how many people here is aware of who Medusa was and why exactly the eyes of Medusa? Sure, we can think in this kind of jellyfish, and that's also Medusa. But how things can be combined in one single moment, in one single place, no matter where you come from, no matter how old are you? Poetry has this capacity, gives to us this chance, this way of teaching.
It lets you travel and cross the borders of time.
But perhaps this has something or a lot to do with the language we use to express ourselves. Listening to your poetry, especially in Painless, I'm talking about I am...
It's a metaphor of another thing. I am not speaking about the Greek world. I am using this punctual image to speak about other things that I cannot express in another way. That's why I say that I conceive poetry as a way of disclosing new knowledge. And then I think I am not doing a classic poem if this is what you are suggesting.
No. I was suggesting
or in a classical, or I have not a classical poetic here. Not exactly. I am using some instruments of the classical way of construction poetry, like the endecasyllable, the music, therefore some metaphors, some references to mythology, yes, but the idea is to transcend this. This was the attempt. I don't know if I could. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure if I could understand you. I could not follow very well what you said because maybe you are speaking about modern poetry, or can you clarify a little bit more what?
Sí, si quiere luego en español, en castellano.
As you want.
Sí.
Marta, can I ask you a question? Sorry.
Please go ahead.
No, I just wanted to ask, we talk a lot about transcending and crossing the borders of time and place and country, etc. But do you, in your process, ever feel that I have transcended, I've reached a place where I have no more questions, and then what do I do?
This is a question for me. Okay, I thought, because with your glasses, I don't know if it's to him or to me, sorry.
In your process.
Okay. Can you repeat, sorry, very quickly.
What I'm saying is that in your process of writing, do you ever feel that you've reached a place where you, since you do talk about, transcending time, etc., do you ever reach a place where you feel, I have nothing more to transcend, and I have no more questions, and there is just silence, and I have... So, do you feel that? Do you ever feel that you have nothing to say?
No, I have the feeling when I finish a poem that I like, I have the feeling that I did something, it's well done, and I transcends is a very, big word, no? Like to reach, just to reach, as I said before, no? To cross the limit of the knowledge, the conventional language, towards the unconventional language. This is what I am speaking about language.
Bueno, si tenéis más preguntas, ¿alguien?
Desde la inclusión de ambos, ella, como tienes razón, ella explica más de los lugares y de su ambiente, y ella, tengo una palabra para ella, que es una rebelde natural, sí. Entonces, tienes razón, sí.
When I was trying to meet with this reference to mythology, coming back to Marta, sorry, is that despite the idea that I don't belong to this place that you were saying before, unavoidable, we are linked and we have some root, and we have to make that mention. Okay? And if you don't know that quote, okay, then you have to think a little bit more. If we say right now, and we write in some poetry about Rahu's body, Rahu's body, okay? Everybody knows that Rahu has no body. Right? But for someone that is not aware of this